Oh, crap. Oh, no. I didn't know. Is that on? Oh, God, you guys caught me in the middle masking. Well, I mean, you're here, so why don't you join me for my nighttime routine? Let me just wash this off. Just give me a second. Okay, alright. Well, here I am, washed and ready for my nighttime routine. Okay, so I have a mirror set right there, so I'm going to be occasionally looking over there while doing my routine. But just know I haven't forgotten about you guys. So I'm going to just talk about myself, get to know me a little bit while I do my routine, my Korean skincare routine. So I'll just let you know what I went in with first. Obviously, I went in with the famous double cleanse. I started off with the Glow Recipe, what is it called? Papaya Enzyme Balm. This is a lovely balm with enzymes, with papaya being the star ingredient. Just a lovely, lovely texture. And I just loved massaging that to remove my layers of sunscreen and tinted sunscreen and any SPF powder if I used it. I didn't use any today. And then I went in with the Peach and Lily Power Cleanser. This is a great cleanser. I got this on sale at Ulta. It's a company that is focused on Korean skincare, even though they're not necessarily just coming from Korea. They actually, I think they're two lovely ladies, yes, that have made Peach and Lily. So this is lovely. It's got centella. It's got like hyaluronic acid, like 3 types of it. It's calming, it's soothing. It's got peach extract. Just, it is so nice, so soothing. And then the mask you guys caught me in with was the I'm From Mugwort mask. So usually it comes in a nice little jar, but this actually is like their mini. And you know what? These are so handy. These are sent in by Westtrend. Whenever they send a package, you can choose like some miniatures. I always go for the mugwort masks, the mini ones, because they're such a good way to have the mask on hand, even though you've run out. So like, for example, I have a mugwort mask ready to be opened, but while I'm waiting to open up a whole jar, I can use these up. And by the time sales come in and I order another mugwort mask, I'm good. Pretty much, I always want this mugwort mask on hand because it is so good to calming redness and active blemishes. So nice. Love this mugwort mask. All right, so let's get into toning and talking about me. Who am I? So before I do that, I'm going to show you, I'm going in with the Missha Mugwort Essence. I'm almost done with it, as you can see. This is a great first treatment essence, and I treat it as a toner and an essence. So you guys will see that now. So my name is Eddie, as known as Mottaskin on Instagram and on YouTube. And if you Google Mottaskin, you'll find all my skincare stuff. Not if you put Eddie Motta. You will literally find a black famous singer, if you Google Eddie Motta, all over the place. He is much more famous than I am. And oh God, I always do this. I always get essence in my eye because I go so heavy-handed on my eye area. Okay, so forgive me that it looks like I'm having a stroke. Okay, so yes, that is what you're gonna find if you Google my name. So type in Mottaskin. That's where you'll find all my skincare stuff, and my YouTube and my Instagram, and which trend articles I've been featured in and such. But yes, my daytime job is as a behavioral therapist. I have an undergraduate degree in psychology, and psychology is what I live and breathe. So at the end of this video, I'm going to ask you guys a psychology question. So stay tuned and hit that subscribe button and ping that notification bell so you guys never miss out on a single video of mine. Yes, and I'm gonna put the Instagram somewhere here. I never know where to point because it's gonna happen in the future. It's not gonna happen now. All right, so doing that, I'm gonna go up the neck and then tap it in. So yes, that is my job. I graduated, and I'm looking for a master's program at the moment. But the reason I have a YouTube, the reason I have a Instagram for skincare is that I just love skincare. And the reason I got into skincare in the first place was because of acne. Adult acne, pretty much. I never had acne growing up. I mean, you go to puberty and you have those, you go to puberty, you get acne. But then you get rid of it. I mean, you buy a Neutrogena face wash and it's done with. Bye. Dunzo. But with me, I never went through that phase. Maybe I had it for like 2 weeks, but it was gone after 2 weeks, after a face wash. But me, I never dealt with acne. Meanwhile, my friends in high school, during high school, they did. They suffered through it. And it wasn't until adulthood that I started experiencing that. So I went through a lot in my life, and I eventually will talk about my acne story. But basically, nothing worked. Benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, pummeling my acne into submission. None of that worked. And so I found Korean skincare, and that helped so much. And not only did I find Korean skincare, I fell in love with Korean skincare. Therefore, YouTube channel. So, okay, now I did my essence, and that has been tapped into the skin. I love mugwort. It is so good for lowering redness, and it complements the I'm from mugwort mask. So after essence / toner, you go in with your serums. My serums are dedicated to acne fighting. So I'm gonna go first in with the Naturium Niacinamide, 12% plus zinc 2%. So I'm gonna shake that up and then massage it into my skin. So yes, basically, that's how I got into it. Korean skincare, I like their philosophy. Oh God, an airplane's passing by. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. So pretty much, Korean skincare, I came across it due to the fact that every Korean individual, and whenever you looked at skincare, you were always bombarded by these glass skin looking individuals, and they were individuals who were Korean. And so I was curious. I researched it, and I said, what do they do? Are they born like that? Like, what's up? And I learned that it's a combination of things, right? Genetics and all that. But basically, it was also Korean skincare. It was about the 10-step regimen and hydration and sunscreen and reapplying sunscreen and sheet masks. And it was all about taking care of your skin opposed to pummeling into submission. Now that's the key word, key phrase, pummeling into submission. That's a very American or Western culture thing to do, to say, to be taught. And it didn't work for me. It might have worked for like a week, and I went, oh my God, look, my skin is clearing up. But then it would come back with a vengeance. But I didn't want that. I wanted something that was long-term. And I'm a long-term kind of guy, long-term relationship, long-term goals, and just long-term hobbies. And so it wasn't until I started seeing a result in my skin from Korean skincare and seeing the community that is around skincare, it's amazing, that I thought, I want this as a hobby. I love skincare. I want to share skincare. I believe I have more of a love for skincare than your regular Joe. So therefore, I started my channel and started all this and have been documenting it. And it's also become a love me project, where it's kind of, instead of hiding my imperfections, instead of pretending, instead of hiding behind a filter, behind concealer, behind BB creams, to face it, because it's natural. And in the world we live in, where everything can be hidden and lied about and just made into this perfect little bubble online, I think it is so important. And so I think we're all hungry for truth, for the real thing, even through the camera. So that's why. All right, so I put on my niacinamide. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second and then move on to my next serum. Niacinamide is great for lowering redness, for helping hyperpigmentation, helping blemishes, And remember, niacinamide takes, I believe, 6 weeks to start showing results. So keep this up, keep using it, because things are not gonna happen overnight. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Naturium Azelaic acid. Oh no, this way. Serum, 10%. I'm gonna shake that up. Azelaic acid is a really great ingredient for redness. It is usually something that is given to individuals who have rosacea, but also to individuals who have clogged pores and such. I love azelaic acid. I'm just gonna put it in the palm of my hand here, do this, and tap it on. But in conjunction with other ingredients, it can really help with acne, texture, kind of like niacinamide. It kind of does it all. And that's why I like adding it on top of niacinamide. Especially around the jawline where I'm getting some breakouts. It's lovely. And this formula by Naturium is really nice. It also has niacinamide and vitamin C. And I just noticed this the other day. Their niacinamide has vitamin E. So putting the two together, azelaic acid and niacinamide, not only is a great combo, but the fact I'm putting vitamin C and vitamin E, those two complement each other. So it's like awesome. So they're like meant to go together. I love it. Naturium, did you know you were doing that? Okay. So tap that in. Now I'm gonna let that sink in for maybe 2 minutes, those two serums. I'm gonna go in with my final serum. Okay, we are back. It has sunk in for like 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna go in with my acne treatment, the actual acne treatment, and that is the Adapelene gel by La Roche Posay. This is basically done. I am on my second tube. So what I'm gonna do is, because it's almost done, life hack, I'm gonna actually cut it open and scoop out the last bits. That's how you make sure you get all of what you're paying for. So because I cut it, I'm gonna make sure I use everything that's in there. Just gonna put it on the back of my hand. Oh yeah, it's all at the end of the tube because there's barely anything. As you can see, I cut it. All right. Yeah, see, there's just remnants on the side. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna rub it on my face. And see, okay, Adapelene compared to tretinoin gel, holy crap, guys. Light years better for me because I was on tretinoin for like a year and no results. The only results I had from tretinoin was basically all the bad side effects. That's all I had. Never once did I go, you know what? My skin is a lot better because of tretinoin. No, it was hell. It was hell. The whole time, I was so embarrassed. One of the most embarrassing things about tretinoin is the peeling and the redness. And okay, you have peeling and redness, sure, fine. Cover it up. Maybe use a BB cream, maybe use a CC cream, a color corrector, concealer, something to blur that redness, make you look normal. That did not work. You wanna know why? Because it would peel off. So I'm just dipping in here and pressing onto pimples. It would just peel off. And then it would look like you were wearing thick foundation or something. When in reality, all you were wearing was a tinted sunscreen. So it was horrible. And I finally made the plunge. I even made that decision with my partner that, you know what? I'm gonna take the chances. I might break out. Oh God, another airplane. Give it a second. Pardon, I live in LA where there's always planes. And I live near an airport. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I was scared I was gonna break out because when you get off of something before your dermatologist says, like finishing antibiotics before you're done, you're not supposed to do that. You might have adverse effects. So that did not happen, thankfully. I feel like Adapelene kept the effects up, but also has improved my skin with no irritation. So I'm liking where Adapelene is going. And I'm on my second tube, which is dead now. And I'm gonna be opening up my next tube. And this you can pick up at Ulta, Target. It's so easy. And usually you can get a deal where you buy one, get the other 40% off, or you can get a discount, and instead of it being like 30 something, it'll be like 23. So really good. I really like the La Roche Posay one. All right, so Adapelene, as you may or may not know, you should let it set for around 10 to 15 minutes. I'm still dabbing on remnants. The only reason I'm doing this is because it's open now, so I can't use it tomorrow. It's open, it's exposed. Can't seal it up anymore, so this is the only reason. Otherwise, all you would do is use a little pea size. All right, so I'm gonna let this set in for 15 minutes, but just to continue talking, and then I'll let it set for another 10 minutes. Basically, I'm in mental health, and I love mental health, and my ultimate goal is to become a behavioral therapist and just, you know, help people. I love helping people. I've always been a helper, and to make it my job is amazing. And now to have a hobby where I can help individuals with their acne journey, their skincare journey, I love it. I love it, and it makes me want to be better at it. So thank you for welcoming, thank you for subscribing, thank you for being here, thank you for communicating with me. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I judge hard what is the internet. I believe it is a beautiful thing, but I also believe it can lead to so many negative things. So to go through this and kind of challenge myself, I think is such a great thing. And the community in the skincare world is so amazing. I really do enjoy it. It's not like other worlds. This is a really awesome place to be. So, okay, I'm gonna let that set in, and I'll be back. Hey, and we're back. I went to go get myself some green tea with peppermint. Oh, so good. So soothing and so good for your gut. And remember, studies show gut has some link to your skin, and I believe it really does. Not as much as we think, but it does for sure. So something like this, and to calm yourself, get those antioxidants, and just something about drinking tea just calms you. And green tea does have L-theanine in it, which is, you know, a neurotransmitter that helps with kind of just calming everything down. They call it in, you know, normal terms, a calm energy, but in psychology, we just know it, you know, releases those chemicals in your brain that helps you just focus. So now that my Adapelene has sunk in, we're no longer tacky, we are ready for hydration. I'm gonna go in with moisturizer and eye cream and a sleeping pack. And one of them is fairly new, and the other two I've been using for a minute or now. But I like to use a mist to rehydrate my skin before sealing that moisture in with a moisturizer. And I'm going in with Time Revolution Treatment Essence Mist Form. So this is basically just like the other essence in a mist form. So let me see if that focuses better like that. I bet you it does. I'm gonna start doing that. So let's mist. Ooh, we are calm. Oh God, that's gonna go viral. No, it's not. All right, so while we are moist, I'm gonna go in with the new moisturizer I just opened not too long ago, the Peach Slices Snail Moisturizer. This one's great. It's got 95% snail mucin, 3 types of hyaluronic acid, strawberry fruit extract for brightening, betaine, and centella, cica, to help kind of just help everything be blemish free. So I'm gonna do that. But yes, I've been using this. This is maybe my 4th application, and it's really nice, really lightweight. Now, Snail does have hyaluronic acid properties, as well as glycolic acid properties. So it's going to lightly exfoliate the skin in a, I guess, natural way, opposed to a percentage of a glycolic acid. So keep that in mind. I mean, it doesn't sting, but I will say this. I did wake up yesterday only using this, no sleeping pack or anything. And I did wake up dry today. And that hasn't happened in a minute. So I looked at the packaging and stuff. And basically, I think it comes down to it's Snail. So it's going to exfoliate a little bit. As well as I noticed it doesn't have anything like, it doesn't have dimethicone or cycloplasticone, whatever you pronounce it. Pretty much it doesn't have silicones or anything in it to seal in the moisture into your skin. Like, I don't see anything in there. So that's why I'm going to go in tonight with a sleeping pack on top of this. Like, that sunk in really nicely and really fast. So I'm going to start treating this as more as a daytime moisturizer slash an extra treatment before a thicker moisturizer at night. But 95% snail mucin, that's like a dream for acne prone skin types. So I will do a formal review on the Snail line, but so far I'm testing this out, like it, but don't think it's really meant for, you know, really, really deeply moisturizing. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna go in with a sleeping pack I've been using and I really love because it does stay on your skin. And that is the iUnique Propolis Sleeping Mask. This is great. It is oil-free and it has a plethora of ingredients. Not only does it have 16% propolis, but it's also got niacinamide, it's got sea buckthorn extract, it's got centella, and it's got ceramides and all these other things. So, and it's oil-free, so I love this. So I'm trying to give myself another little light mist. I'm gonna grab a nice dollop and then massage it in. Honestly, oh God, I really needed this today. I do this every night, but I'm tired. I really am. Dude, with everything going on in the world and COVID, just everything has been so anxiety provoking. Just the state of the world. Honestly, I think the thing that bothers me the most, I live in LA. We're basically going on lockdown soon. We just got a curfew and we just went back to the purple tier, which is the worst. Yay. And what really bothers me is that we got there again. Us. I live here. Us. But also just the lack of caring for one another. You know, you see so many movies where you go, I would never do that. Oh God, no one would ever do that. And look, they're doing it. It's insane. But what just honestly makes me so sad, I'm gonna put some extra on my nostrils, other sides of my nostrils. Honestly, what makes me the most sad is that we need laws to have people be decent human beings. And that's what makes me so sad, honestly, because I don't need a law. I don't need a mayor to tell me to stay home, to wear a mask, to do A, B, and C. If that's what the science says, if that's what helps humanity, that's what helps my neighbor, if that's what helps us get on track fast, why do I care? I'm gonna do it. Whether it's difficult for me or easy for me, the fact of the matter is you're doing this for everyone else. And just the selfishness, it's just, it really, really shows that not everyone is a certain way, and that, you know, we need to really spread positivity, spread doing things for society, for people, and not just for ourselves. And to be an inspiration for others to follow. So hopefully if you've gone this far into this video, I hope it inspires you to be a better human being, especially during this time of COVID. I mean, the world is rocked. It has changed. And I just hope it's inspired you to be better, not to conform and be part of the problem, but be part of the answer, the solution. And that is my skincare routine. Do I look dewy? Ping, 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 ping. That's not gonna happen in real life. And just to finish it all off, I'm going with the sleeping mask I've been really loving, and I think this sleeping mask deserves its own review, but it's the Innisfree Green Tea Sleeping Mask. It was on sale for half the price at Sephora. And look at that green. And this is the first sleeping mask that actually stays and hydrates. And it's got green tea. I'll put anything on my face with green tea. Anything. But there we go. That's it. I did not put a eye cream today because I went in with a sleeping mask. And so that's just way too much. So yes, thank you for joining me. And I guess the question, if you stayed this far or skip forward, is what did you do for your mental health today? What did you do? And if you haven't done it yet, go do it. For myself, what I did is I took kind of like a technology break. So between doing some online reading and doing some skincare stuff and shopping and emails and filming and editing, I told myself I would go outside and just wash my car and just listen to music or listen to an audiobook and not stare at a screen. And it was really nice. I didn't listen to music, anything goes boom, boom, boom. I listened to something inspirational, an inspirational book. So that's what I did, and it really just helped shape me. And additionally, after I finished washing my car, I just sat down and stared at the greenery that is my front yard. And that's all I did. I didn't look at my phone. My phone was inside. I didn't do anything else. Just no music, nothing. And that really helped center me. So what did you do for your mental health today? Please let me know in the comments below. And if not, I hope I inspired you to at least go and find something now. Like now, do it now. It'll be better for you and better for those around you. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Remember to subscribe. You guys are awesome.